During the late 19th century, a wave of reform movements rolled across the landscape of American life. By the early 20th century, scholars and commentators were referring to this as a progressive movement, and that the reformers were progressives. They were progressives in the sense that they represented a common assumption, and that common assumption was that American life had developed tremendous social problems, social ills that needed to be addressed. And many of the reformers were progressive in the sense that they were confident that society could be improved, that society could progress by human intervention. Progressives were very diverse in terms of their backgrounds, in terms of their motives, in terms of the reforms that they embrace. But overarching the progressive movement was this confident sense that government could be used to help society, to improve society, to ensure social progress. At a local, at a state, and a federal level, people began to view government in a way different from the way in which they had viewed government in the 18th century. Government was no longer something to be feared. Government was needed to regulate the excesses of runaway capitalism and a corrupt political system that had developed in the late 19th century. So throughout the United States, first at a local level, then at a state level, and by the early 20th century at a federal level, progressives began to emerge in both parties, and they focused on cleaning up City Hall, cleaning up corrupt political machines in cities, cleaning up state government from corrupt corporate influences. And then, of course, the reforms broadened well beyond that. They focused on political reforms to enable greater participation in the political process. They focused on social reforms, things like child labor. Most Americans today don't realize that there were no child labor laws in the first half of the 19th century. And in fact, children as young as 7 and 8 were working 12 and 14-hour days in mills and mines across the country. Likewise, there were no laws regulating women's work, women's labor, particularly women who were pregnant at the time, and they too were working long hours, 6 days a week. So progressivism included a wide array of efforts to improve the quality of American life by incorporating new regulatory powers at the state, local, and federal levels, and also included a great deal of energy at the grassroots level, provided by reformers, many of whom were motivated by religious reasons, who were eager to intervene in American life so as to improve the quality of life for all.